to another episode of Wear Many Hats. My name's Rachel, and this is the podcast totally dedicated to the FM industry. Today, we've got a fantastic guest. It's James Keisner, co-founder at Rivvia. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Did you come from far today?
No, came from about, I think it was about a 3-minute cycle from our Common Garden office.
You cycled here.
I did.
I love that.
And I did think about walking, but I'm going to another office afterwards, so it saves me having to walk back.
Will you be cycling there?
If it's not raining, yeah.
I'm really impressed. The sun's out.
Yeah, if it is raining, then I'll probably be leaving the bike in Holborn for the next week or so until I remember to come and flipping.
That's so good. I love that you're healthy and fit, and yeah, I love that. That's really good. Do you cycle a lot around London, or?
I've tried to. I used to not, and this summer, beginning of the summer, I got a bike and
well done.
Tried to be very active, and I've tried to, get into my whole health era.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah, let's see how long that lasts for. Yeah. Normally, it's like a summer thing, and then I kind of lock myself at home for the winter and go complete the other direction.
This is true. Nobody wants to be cycling in the rain and cold today.
But yeah, for now it's going well.
Love that.
Yeah,
I'm really impressed.
Positive remarks from me.
So is this your own bike, or are you just doing the Lime bikes?
No, I got a bike.
Well done.
Summer.
And the great thing is with offices now, there's bike rooms, isn't there? Bike sheds, and mostly, isn't there?
It's all very easy.
Love that.
Yeah.
Impressive. Anyway, we're not here to talk about your cycling. I'm just impressed. We'll kick off. And thank you so much again. So let's rewind a bit. Where did it all start for you, James?
You
can go back as far as you like.
I'm trying to think. I'm not kind of any significant age. I know that a lot of my counterparts in the industry are a lot more experienced than I, and so where did it start probably goes back to when I was quite young, rather than talking about many previous work experiences. Raised up in a larger family, predominantly working in the real estate industry.
Right.
And then always had an interest around that, around commercial space and higher end residential development work.
Right.
And I then started working when I was 17, not being an academic in the slightest.
Same.
And so did the GCSEs.
Yeah.
Failed them, did them again.
We are literally twins. Yeah.
And then chose to kind of bow out at A-level and went to work for a boutique real estate agency called TSP, which was a property management and agency turned also investment house when in the later years of me being there. Worked with a great team of kind of 15 to 20 people, learned a lot there around general agency. Started at 17 doing cold calls and business development work, transferred over to lettings, ended up doing sales and kind of anything that the firm had to offer. And then when they started investing themselves and they got backing from Investec and they bought a few really cool projects in London, and I started working with their team around the development of those and how we can transform old office spaces into something more special, and started to explore my interests in that kind of development world and how to make spaces more exciting.
Love that.
So I was there for 6 years.
Yeah, see that.
And then I started Rivvia with a very close friend of mine, someone that I've known for 25 of my 29 years.
Yes.
And we were at school together.
Wow.
Grew up together, grew up from each other. And, have got very different skill sets. And
right. So you bring
makes for a good business partner. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's lovely. What a fantastic story. So, did you always know that you were going to be, this was going to be your path? I mean, because obviously your family are, did you just feel like, oh, that's where I'm going to be? Or,
I think it was probably one of the easier paths in life where I had the prior interest to work within real estate.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of us can say that from a young age, would want to work in the service office industry. But,
yeah, that's it.
But it's kind of led that way. But I definitely think that growing up with those people around me would have enhanced kind of my vision around what I would have wanted to create. And having, those contacts and those people to lean on, whether that's family or friends of family or kind of whoever else, would have given me kind of like a good shoulder. And I've been very fortunate to be able to get lots of advice from people around me within my career.
Yeah.
Starting Rivvia at 23.
Gosh. Wow.
Going into lots of meetings and people are like, okay, well, either you're very young and people will have their own conceptions of that, or they'll put something in front of me and I will be able to then go to people around me to say, okay, is this a good deal?
Yeah.
Should I be looking at this?
You started young though, so technically, if you'd have gone to uni and done all of that, you wouldn't be where you are. I think it would delay it somewhat, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe
so you've got the experience, haven't you?
Got the experience now. Still, I mean, a lot more to,
of course,
experience.
I feel like we're always learning, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. But it's been a great ride so far, and lots of lessons learned, and kind of that whole roller coaster of running a business. So, we started in right at the beginning of 2019.
Oh gosh, so you had a good start, and then you had COVID.
Exactly. So we had the whole COVID wave to ride out. Fortunately at that time we only had one building.
Wow.
And it's a fortunate and unfortunate, but we had one building, and our landlord, who is an extremely nice Italian guy, who we get on very well with, kind of just said to us, let me know what you need and let's work together to make it happen, and it's going to be hard for everyone. And then we were able to pass on that exact same message to all of our clients and say, we're not waiting for you to come to us saying you need help. We're putting up a blanket to everyone. Everyone gets the same discount. If you need a bit of like deferred payment help, then we can.
That's so good. Some people didn't do that. Some offices didn't. You've still got to pay.
No, and people run their businesses how they want to run their business. And,
so that's very
good or bad. And I remember at the time I was calling round everyone who I knew in the industry who had their own office brand, and they were calling me, and we were all just having the same conversation of, what are we doing? And do we all need to do the same thing, or are we all going to do our own thing? And everyone just looking at each other for advice because no one knew what was happening.
Yeah. It was a funny time, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was
crazy. It was crazy time.
Yeah.
The world shut down, literally.
And I've got some amazing pictures on my phone of like going into the office at that time. And our King's Cross office is right opposite the station. So looking over Euston Road.
I literally know where you are. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever road is opposite, and I've got a complete blank. But
Euston train station literally is opposite you, and then you've got King's Cross, isn't it? It's so busy.
Yeah, King's Cross, it's like that King's Cross concourse opposite that our roof terrace looks over. And there just wasn't a human inside.
It's mad.
It's actually crazy, and I want to then get that picture printed and framed because it's actually, you're just never going to see that again.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully
not. I can't go through that again.
No, hopefully not.
It was such strange times. So obviously I know that offices, I was in recruitment at the time and everything just shut down. I was in service office recruitment as well, funny enough. Yeah. So, like literally they were like, we don't need you. All the temps left. So like my business just went from hero to zero in like
it was crazy.
Minutes. And it's like, well, now what do I do? So yeah, funny, weird, horrible times. Some good and some bad come out of it, I think. But yeah, massive learning curve for us all. And it changed the way we work, isn't it? So
I think for our industry, there was a lot of good that came out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
Very positive around. And, as I said, we had one building at the time, so we didn't have that much of, fortunately, we didn't have that much of a struggle. But for those who had multiple buildings who, I can imagine how people would have dealt with it. But one thing is for sure is that it's changed the way that we work.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
It's changed the way that we look at buildings. It's changed the way how people come in and how people converse and meet with their teams.
Definitely.
And personally, and, maybe I shouldn't be saying it, but I'm quite pro the the way that it is now. And
I
the
think
fact
so.
that people don't
Me
have
too.
to come into the office every day, that said, my team do, and that can't change. But but the fact that people use the office differently, and that it's generally a lot more informal, and that people don't have to come in every day, and that people don't need to take an office for 100 people. If there are 100 people, they can take an office for half of that, and people
book their space. Love that.
Yeah, it's allowed people to be more creative in the way that they're working, and there's a lot of talk around real estate as a general industry being stuck in the past, and this has just enabled it to propel a bit into kind of what it should be present day.
A reset button, a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with it. Yeah, totally. So you mentioned a couple of people there that gave you a push. Who is there anyone in particular that gave you a real push in your career?
Yeah. It might be a bit cliche, but my father's always has run his own business, and when I had a chat with him when I failed my GCSEs, I think first time it was, I said to him, what should I be doing? Should I be going to a college and retaking them and doing A-levels, or should I be working? And he gave me very good advice, which was, if you're going to work, if you're going to do the academic stuff and you go to a college, then actually do it.
Yeah.
But don't go if you're just going to, mess around and not take it seriously again. Or if you want to go to work, then just go to work. And there are lots of parents that would be pushing their children into a certain route of life. And just the fact that my parents were so open-minded about it,
I think that
was, really positive. And then it was very much a case of, okay, fine, you want to go to work, just, don't sit on the sofa watching TV all day and actually go and do something.
Yeah.
So got a few different work experiences, and actually through an existing work experience that I did, they introduced me to the guys at TSP, which was my first job.
There you go.
So, people introducing each other to people and, just being nice and, karma doing its thing is, super positive. And I still keep in touch with my old bosses today.
I love that.
And, we all have a very good relationship, and owe a lot to them for teaching me everything that I know and taking me on as a proper junior. But so, them as well.
They must be really impressed. I think so.
Yeah. He commented on one of my LinkedIn posts yesterday saying, looks good for one of our new buildings. So, so yeah.
And it's just the beginning, isn't it, for you, really? You've got a long way to go.
A long way to go. And, there's big visions about what we want to achieve. And certainly from how we started and the whole COVID change and how people work, and understanding the industry more today than what I have done over the past years, there's the business that we're in has taken has changed direction quite a few times about what we want to be doing. Now the latest direction that we're going in is looking at European expansion is seen by the work that we've done in Amsterdam over the past 8-9 months. While still looking to grow in London, but London is a very difficult market to grow into, and there's good reason for that, which is it's the best in the world.
Of course.
But then when you are a smaller player in the industry, you're like, okay, well, where can I make my mark? And it's not always the best place to be in the most competitive environment, but having learnt the ropes in London gives us an amazing standing ground for looking at international markets, where London is very much ahead of those countries and those cities that we're looking at.
This is exciting. So watch this space for Rivvia. You'll be going global. I mean, you already are. Well, you're European.
European. And
it's impressive.
it'd be nice to stay that way.
So are you based here in London, or are you sort of going between Holland and here?
I am on the plane often.
Okay.
My business partner is now based in Amsterdam.
Okay.
And so he lives there, and we've got an amazing team there, management team there and here, who could control each market themselves, and just make sure that everything ticks along nicely. But actually, I spend my time typically doing a Monday and Friday in London, and a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in Amsterdam.
Gosh, air miles, racking them up, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you ever have a break?
Unfortunately, EasyJet don't do air miles.
Yes,
yeah, the 6 a.m. Luton flights, trying to get the cheapest flight possible and trying to spend as much.
Please tell me it's finished now, Luton. It was...
Oh, no, it's still going.
Oh,
yeah, no,
it was just the worst experience. I actually missed a flight from Luton. Anyway, that's another story. I'll talk about that afterwards. So what does a day in your world actually look like these days? Obviously, you just mentioned about flying out to Holland. And what are you doing in your days?
So lots of traveling.
Yeah.
Typically, my focus in what we do is more operational.
Okay.
So Greg is focused on selling, and he's working very closely with the sales team in Amsterdam because they've got more space to sell there. Now they've just opened up a new building. And I typically am looking at more of the operational and finance side of the business, alongside ops and finance teams, and looking at some growth opportunities. And so, speaking with the managerial side of the business, multiple times a day, and just keeping in constant dialogue and having a look at some buildings and seeing how we can grow. But typically, depending on which office I'm in, it's always very different. Because there will always be different first-time experiences.
Yeah.
This being one of them.
Yes, love this.
And learning new things, and depending on which clients and new buildings I'm looking at, working with agents and brokers for us trying to find new spaces or to help us rent our current spaces.
Yeah.
Think about how things can be better. At the moment, there's a big push on accreditations that we can be getting internally. So
you've got B Corp,
joining that B Corp squad.
You're part of Flexa.
Part of Flexa.
Yeah. Flexible. Hang on. What is it called? Oh my goodness. Now I've done it. Flexible. What is it? Officers Association. That's it. It used to be BCA. That's how Business Centre Association was changed, hasn't it? Sorry, Jane. Sorry, Adele. Oh, they know me well. So you're part of that, which is a great
part of that,
network.
And also looking at different things that we can have within our kind of remit, that as a small company that typically targets larger corporate outfits as our clients. Our clients are generally a lot bigger than us, and they are household names for 80% of them. And us having these accreditations that we can add to our website and we can show off about this third party, whoever believes that we are good at what we do, then at least gives a bit of voice around who we are.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's been a focus on ours. There are a few that we're going for at the moment. The latest one that we achieved in April this year was B Corp.
Yeah, it's a big thing now.
Yeah, I think that's from what I can understand, is the most difficult thing that we'll have to do.
Yeah. I think it's we'll talk about it in a minute, but it's quite good to have, I think, especially if you're wanting to trade with people that have actually got B Corp as well.
Definitely.
It's quite a lot of big organisers,
have that B Corp certification, accreditation. And it's more just saying, okay, we're in this together. We're fighting the same fight.
Yeah.
And if it gives that sense of personality to a company. And I feel like lots of companies are amazing at what they do, and sometimes they can struggle to show personality behind a brand.
Yeah.
And it's a step in the right direction of saying, okay, this is who we are as people, not just who we are trying to be as a company.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's quite hard to get that accreditation and then also keep it and stick to it and, and abide by what it's meant to be, it's impressive. So you've got more to come.
More to come. Generally there's, day in the life is that, and kind of a lot of growth stuff. But the thing with the accreditations, and they're amazing to have, but there's no deadline. So they always kind of get pushed back, and they always kind of get pushed into the background, because there's things that I don't want to say more important, but just things that have to happen quicker.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to push yourself to do something like that, you have to really be managing yourself around saying, okay, you have to do this now.
Yeah, and you need some quiet time, I guess. And this is where the wear many hats comes in, isn't it, James?
No, that, so true. And I'm being able to manage your own diary and just saying, okay, rather than my diary is a bunch of meetings, is blocking out time in your own diary for yourself and saying this
Definitely
is what I focus on, but in these hours.
Very important.
And I don't do that. I should do
that. Okay. Yes. Time management was never my forte. But yeah, it's very important, isn't it, to block out that time. But that's something you can work on.
Yes.
Well, you do it really well. So whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. So what about challenges? I mean, obviously that is one, managing your time effectively.
Yeah. So
Are there any challenges that you're having with the buildings maybe, or, or
challenges are...
I mean, they were coming up every day, right?
Yeah, buildings always have challenges. Anyone listening to this podcast will have their own fair share of those challenges. And so, I feel like we don't need to dive into it so much. But yeah, of course, those, to use a cliche term of like fighting fires, sure, happens every day. And, we've got to make sure that we've got a good team around us to be able to take control of those, which we do. And that's great. For us, within 2025, doubled our portfolio.
Well done.
So, that's great in that sense. But then there's also like, okay, well, the people that have to come with that and the different mind shift of management that have to come with that and everything else. And so that's been a struggle for me that we've now gotten on the top of, I think.
Yeah.
And there's still a couple of hires that we're looking to make. But that's been a real kind of like moving target because we, doubled square footage size of the portfolio. And so there are, of course, different FM and managerial stuff that come with that. Working with some amazing interior decorators and architects to be able to achieve what we have wanted to achieve in terms of our vision about how we want the building to look like and operate. And just thinking about what we can be doing better. There's focus on where I'm at the moment, which is, okay, well, what can a building be? And there's a lot of talk around, okay, what data should people collect in buildings and how people use the space, and can go for heat maps or where people are sitting at their desks or how often people use the kitchen and where the touch points are. And
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm looking at that whole like real side of like tech and data that we can be getting from a building. And just then understanding how a building can be used better. So, for example, and I've come off lots of calls just in the past couple of months with this because I've really tried to think about it a lot. But for example, if you've got a meeting room within a building and from sensors that you have around the building, you can see that meeting room doesn't actually get used, then that can be turned into an office and can be more revenue generating.
It's crazy, right? I love it. I love tech. I love technology and how it works around that. And also, parts of the building that gets used a lot more, you can get the tech to tell you that, to send more teams down there to restock or refill. I think it's great.
Or even...
It's like working smart.
Yeah, exactly. And it's super interesting. You can go as deep as you want to go into it. And to start off with, we'll have something quite high level. But even just, a case of, okay, well, in the members' lounge, our records show that sofa set doesn't get used.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can change the sofa. We can make a space more usable. We can reposition it to see if it's not actually just that sofa set, but actually the location of that within a room that people don't like. And
try something else.
Yeah, try to get more creative with it and try to just be smarter about how we utilize our buildings.
I love it.
But that's a whole whirlwind of...
That's my next question. So we're already in it. And, you were talking about the changes in the workplace now and especially, post-COVID. Yeah, things have really changed, haven't they? It's more inviting coming into an office. We want to feel like we're almost working from home, but in the office. And me too. Yeah,
I mean, our team now, when designing buildings, is residential. We have a residential interior designer. We have a residential architect, either resi or hotel.
Yeah.
And actually, we rarely will look at like office-based companies because lots of offices, which are designed around the same period of time, end up looking similar. But you want to be able to stand out. You've got these clients that are coming on tours and they're having a look at 10 different buildings, and we're sitting in a gorgeous lab space in Holborn, and it's very competitive round here. And when you're having a look at different spaces, you want to be the one that stands out. So you need to design your space different.
How can we be different? How can we do that?
Definitely very pro the shift in how people work, as I said before. Being able to use materials and colors that you weren't once using before, because you are then thinking about that residential, hotel aesthetic within an office where people can actually just feel comfortable and sit back on a sofa with a laptop, because you don't need to be at a desk with a screen and a computer anymore.
Yes, it's crazy, isn't it? Sit on these sofas. I mean, these sofas are deadly. I said to you, I don't really sit in them. They're too comfortable in labs, and I just think it's sleepy time. But you do see people relaxing there at lunch. They've had their food. They're going to shut their eyes for a few minutes and just zone out, which I think is so important, because you don't feel so burnt out. In fact, I think labs have got something on next Monday, which they put on events, and there's a lot of well-being things, and it's something about talking about burnout and how to stop that from happening. And they're bringing someone in to talk about that. We never cared about all that stuff. I mean, I've been 25 years in recruitment. It was like, how hard can we make people work? Until you've literally broken.
Exactly.
And it's not like that now. It's like, how can we all work together to get the best out of someone, I think, and to make you feel as comfortable as possible in the office. And
I think that people want to work hard. And so where people
they do
want to work hard in their workplace, because there's a common goal of achieving something. And it's rare to find those people, yes, but when you do find them, you need to be able to hold on to them.
Absolutely.
You need to reward them in the same respect. So if that means, more annual leave, or you come in late, if you want more
work, more flexible,
wear where you want to wear, all of that. I'm sure you have to reward that, and then that also comes with a lot of these investing in people of different courses that people can go on, being very open about kind of like health and wellness, and how can we help you to be a better version of yourself.
Correct.
And that is a big shift in how people work,
even like mental health and stuff like that. Like, we're just so much more invested, I believe, as companies are. We just if you mentioned anything about mental health, that you were weak, and that was that. You can't. It was now it's just we have to talk about it.
I think it's healthy to talk about it, and it then leads to less burnout and all of that stuff, because people are open. We provide all of our team with access to different people that they can speak to around kind of any that mental health.
Because life shows up, right, and things happen, and
everyone lives a hard life.
Correct. So
everyone's got their own struggles, and if there is someone that they can speak to about it that's been through something similar, then great. And a lot of the time, people don't have the same struggles, but just to be able to say, okay, well, we're open to it, and we are happy to hear your voice. I think it's important.
I think so. I think it's so. Companies are so much more supportive now. So well done on that. I think it's really important. So we've been speaking about sort of ESG. We touched on it a little bit, didn't we? With we mentioned that, and AI and remote working and all the tech. So AI. Let's have a little chat about that. Is it a friend or foe in your world? I think.
Is it a friend or a foe? Friend.
Yeah.
Definitely a friend. I use a very basic level of AI, which is
me too.
ChatGPT. Can you help me write this email?
Yes, correct. Same.
And there's obviously so much more to AI that can be used, and there are friends of mine that are, geniuses of how they use AI and being able to streamline their time, and basically just having like a personal assistant for free.
Yes.
Which is great.
It is.
I think that there is a lot more in this world that in our industry that, it could benefit from. Personally, I don't know enough about it to even think about what could I gain from using AI.
Yeah.
And if there's any AI experts listening to this, then feel free to reach out and tell me how I can use it better, because us as a company, we want to be forward thinking and we want to streamline ourselves as much as we can. And, I think everyone wants to be doing better. And I don't think it's something to be scared of.
No.
And generally, whilst people are scared of AI stealing jobs, as if it were, I think it's just
going to create more, though, isn't it?
Well, exactly.
It needs protecting and securing, and it needs to be managed.
Yeah, but also it allows people to think more creatively. AI can't do those creative jobs in terms of like real free creative vision. That isn't capable of, and so people can revert to being that real kind of like creative self and using that AI to be doing those administrative tasks that you don't want to be doing anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So get it to do it, and then you can either continue with those tasks that you're doing and you can just be more efficient with your workload, or you can then think more creatively and think about how you can be doing better in either your role or transitioning to a different role. Or I don't think it's a thing of losing jobs. It's something to help, not something to hinder.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. I think whatever you put in as well is what you're going to get out of it. I think that's what I'm sort of learning with, especially with ChatGPT. It starts to understand who you are and your tone.
Yeah. Did a really interesting one the other day, and my brother sent me a text and he said, "Ask ChatGPT, what do you know about me?"
Oh my goodness. I'm going to do that after this.
And it was actually pretty scary, of like all the questions that you ask and all the emails that you draft and you say, can you just tweak it here and there, and just everything that goes into it. And then it knows a lot of information, and it's not bad. It's actually, it's very interesting. They know your writing styles and they know who you are as a person and what you do for a job, and
side of work as well. Like I don't Google anymore. I literally ask ChatGPT because it pulls from so many sources.
Yeah, when I was just on.
I've got to read that now.
I was just on holiday with my girlfriend, and she asked me a question, and I then put it into ChatGPT before putting it into Google. And her mind couldn't fathom, what she was seeing, and she was like, "Why don't you use Google?" And I was like, "Because it's better." It is Google, and it's also
many other sources.
And it's just, it'll give a better answer.
Yeah.
And I've started to use it in that way.
Same.
But I think people should be more open to it and use it to their advantage. And there are so many different versions of AI. I think when people think about AI, and certainly me for myself, say AI chat, the next thing I think of is ChatGPT. There's obviously so much more to it. That there's so much more to it that can be used. And yeah, sure, the GPT or the Copilot or Gemini, whatever it is, can help you write an email. These very basic tasks that you typically used it to do. But the world of those different softwares that are emerging are crazy, and can be used for more than those administrative tasks.
Yeah, we're talking about the smart tech, sensor tech, and that sort of stuff. That's sort of all technically AI and tech together, isn't it? Creating reports and making you work smarter. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, but
I'm definitely going to ask that question after. So ESG, we mentioned it a little bit. What does it really mean to you in your work, especially at Rivvia? How are you guys embracing it?
So we did as I said, we did our B Corp accreditation. Took the best part of a couple of years for us to be able to achieve it. There are two factors of our thought process around it. The first is kind of an easy one to explain, which is, as I said before, a lot of our clients are big corporates, and they've got their own ESG governance and requirements that they need when they're looking for an office space. And even though we ticked all of the boxes they needed us to tick. Just having that accreditation gives them such peace of mind.
Yeah.
Kind of then allows them not to ask the questions because they already know the answers.
Because you've had to go and tick boxes. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
And so that, they're just appealing to that wider market, just having that stamp, great. The other side was that we were doing all of these things anyway. And so why not have the accreditation for it? We believe in creating a better place for people to be, and certainly trying to be different than our competitors. That goes along with just general mindfulness around how a building is run.
Yeah.
If it costs you a little percentage more to run a building with green energy, sure, do it.
But it's important to head that way, isn't it? As well.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe just kind of me, being raised up, it was kind of a talk anyway, just about how you view the world. And so it's just something that was kind of a no-brainer for us to do.
Yeah.
Then investing in your team.
Correct.
Cool. Pro. Yeah. Investing in the buildings and making sure they're run properly. Pro. Looking after our community. Pro. Helps with client retention.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. They're all parts of that ESG world that are not only just pro us, but just like pro our industry. And we as a real estate, primarily operating real estate assets, contribute a lot to the environment, and we have an obligation ourselves to be able to offset what we can. And I was talking about the flights and everything, and obviously that's not great in that ESG world, but we offset everything that we do, and it's not the greatest, and it's in a lot of sense of the word, that offsetting is like a minimum. We try to do what we can. And it's just about that general being open
aware
and being aware. It's the reality is it's not even difficult.
No, it's not.
It's just about being.
You're doing it anyway, and like you say,
exactly. It's not difficult to do all of these things. It's just about being aware of these things, and when you're aware, then you do things differently, and it creates no more work. It's just about doing work a little bit differently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then separately, on a social governance side, my business partner and I are both chair people of a charity, and I've been working in the charity sector, the real estate, the firm that I worked in originally.
I saw this.
Was third sector property, so we only worked with primarily worked with the third sector, looking at non-for-profits and charities. So I was always involved in the charity sector. Sat on charity committees since I was 17.
Wow.
Now we chair a committee, my business partner and I, and my brother as well.
I saw this.
And we've been doing that for the past 3 years. And all aspects of my life will go into that kind of social aspect.
Giving back is what I can see that from yours.
Firstly, it's kind of drilled into my DNA of just give back. You don't need to live your life just for you, live your life for others. Be kind, be a good person. It's not difficult. Karma, I believe in karma.
Me
what
too.
goes around comes around. Might be tomorrow, might be in a couple of years, might be in 20 years.
Yeah.
But, life is there worth living, and do what you can to help the others around you.
I love that, James. That's really lovely. So looking back, what moment are you most proud of today? I think you're still living it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, literally.
In your short time, really. I mean, you've still got so long to go. I mean, I'm 50 this year, so technically I've only got like 15 years left of employment. It's crazy, isn't it? I better make the most of it. So yeah, you've got a long way to go yet.
A long way to go. Living it, like literally now is the turn of Rivvia, which is that mindset of we're not a real estate company, we're a hospitality company.
Yes.
The people that come with that, and the majority of our team are from hospitality industry,
which helps, I think.
Yeah, and definitely. It's more interesting for us to hire someone from a luxury hospitality background than from a real estate background.
Yes.
And that drive towards creating something different. Growing the company, we've done a lot of growth over the past year, as I mentioned before, which is great. And looking at how and where we're going to be in the next 12 months is like crazy to think about. If we achieve what we aim to achieve, it's kind of like another double type of thing.
Yeah.
Living that moment now is the proudest of what I've been. Looking back and saying, okay, well, started it 6 years ago, what it was to what it is now is vastly different, and it's come with a lot of difficult decisions. That decision to grow into an international market was a lot of late night fights with my business partner about pros and cons, and do we believe in it, do we not, where do we go? Years of due diligence into choosing Amsterdam as a market in itself. It seems like it was the right route for us to go down. It's definitely given us more of a personality as a company, and makes us more impressive to a prospective landlord, that we've got a brand around us and we've got a bigger team and that we've got just more buildings, and as companies grow,
it's impressive.
And it's looking to see where we're going to be. We did a great team trip in July, and all of the team went to Barcelona.
Nice.
We did a Thursday to Sunday. Hilarious.
I think I saw the pictures actually on LinkedIn. I think I see you guys. I think you're doing something out there.
Yeah, and I mean, we have some of the London team that never met the Amsterdam team.
Oh, you got to get them.
And we're just like, okay, just for team morale and for people to meet everyone.
Love that.
I think someone asked me before, what are you going to do when it comes to like your workshops and all of that stuff? I said, I think we've got about 90 minutes in the diary to actually do work, and the rest of it is just like being with each other.
Yeah, getting to know one another. Yeah,
getting to know each other, just having a good time, and that has resulted in such a more strong team. Coming back, where everyone is so connected, because naturally, where we're in two different markets, each market was looking after their own. Whereas now
they can talk.
They talk every day.
Love that.
Look at each other for advice. What can I do here? How can I be better here? What do you think about this? And amazing decision.
Yeah.
And when I was there, I was thinking, okay, well, 12 months time, where are we going to be? I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. I'll watch this space. I'm excited. Yeah. So what's something you wish you knew when you were starting out?
To look at like builders' costs better.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an FM podcast.
Yes.
We think being a young person with the first project in King's Cross, which was 6,500 feet, and then since then we've taken the rest of that building, but 6,500 feet, going to a fit out firm and saying, what do we think? It was eye-watering. Came back. And then trying to drill down and be like, okay, well, we can't afford this, we can't afford that, we can't afford that. But still, I mean, it's understanding what we need and what we don't.
Yeah.
Understanding when people are trying to make a fool of you or when they're not. We've spent the last 6 years building a team around us of genuine people that believe in us and people that we have an amazing relationship working with. And that's from internal team to any third parties that we work with. And it takes time to build that.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Everyone's going to have the same story about when you started out. You're looking at costs that you don't know.
Yeah.
And now you do, and you know what questions to ask. But one of the things that, and I only say it actually because it was the first lesson I learned, because it was the most expensive thing that I have done, at that age by a long way. Could have done it for less money. So that was the kind of first lesson. And then generally, I always try to improve myself. I read a lot of these, I don't know if to call it like self-help books. Just like, improving yourself as a person type of books. Learn a lot from that. And, just advice that you can read or what people give to you.
And learning from people. I think I always say this, like, remain teachable. I think it's always, I mean, I'm 50, like nearly. So I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm still growing, you know.
I think it's very important to have patience as well. I think that people just rush into decisions a lot. And I was actually having a chat with my business partner a few months ago about something that we were doing, and I've got more patience than him. And he said, one of your great attributes is that you are patient, and you know when you don't need to be like drilling down in something, because see how something plays out.
Yeah.
And I think that, you need patience as well.
Yeah, I've learned that over the years.
And if something doesn't go your way because you missed out on an opportunity, wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
like me, think the karma thing as well. It's not meant to be.
Simple.
Move on.
Something better will come along in the future.
Absolutely. Yeah, love that. So if someone came to you tomorrow saying, I want to do what you do, what would you say to them?
Go for it. Like,
that's good.
I'm pro the industry, pro helping out anyone where I can, as a lot of people in and out of the industry helped me out when I first started. And everyone was so open for advice when I was the youngest one in the industry. Still am the youngest one in the industry.
I love that one. Makes you unique.
Yeah, and go for it. But the one bit of advice that I would give to anyone looking to start in the industry or to start their own thing is don't copy someone else. Like, have your own identity. Do what you want to do because you personally think it's the right way that the industry should be going.
Yeah.
Not, they're doing it, so I'll just like totally copy what they're doing because they seem to be doing well.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a lady on the show the other day. She said something like, come big, like bring your authentic self. Like
100%. Yeah. Like everyone's got these ideas, and don't be scared to use your ideas. And if you want actually, it could be quite cool. If you want to have a portfolio and you have like a yellow building and everything's yellow, and a purple building and everything's purple, like,
do it.
Do that, because that makes you different. That gives your own personality, and that is something that people will remember you by. And whether that's counterparts in the industry, or people looking for an office, or whatever else, that's memorable. But don't go and say, I'm going to use the same design and build company that lots of other people in the industry have used already, because you're going to end up with a similar product.
Literally, as you said that, my mind went back to a company. It's Office Space in town.
Yeah.
They have a Alice in Wonderland themed office. Oh my God, it's so
cool.
So cool in there.
That's cool. And it's everyone.
I remember it though, right? Like that was years ago I went there. Like
everyone knows.
Yeah. It's so cool.
I've never even been there, but I've seen it.
Go. You have to.
And it's cool and it's memorable and it just stands out. And that is what you want to create.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to stand out to be like overly wacky. But, our spaces, we put a lot of thought into the furniture that we use.
Yeah, I've been in your centre. The one in Euston is really lovely. I love it. And you have the roof terrace as well. It's so cool up there.
Yeah. Yeah, we put a lot of thought into the furniture that we use. And even that, we design our bars in a very unique way. So in King's Cross, we've got this amazing red and white mosaic bar on our rooftop.
Yeah.
In Amsterdam, one of our bars is made out of glass bricks. The other one is made out of massive sheets of copper. Like, it just gives a personality and an identity to a building.
Each building, yeah.
And just have something that you think can be a bit different.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be the way that you design a building. It can be the way that you run a company.
Yeah, exactly.
How you treat your team, how you treat your clients can be the difference.
It's a great bit of advice there.
But do it. It's a cool industry to be in, and it's changing. So I think that if someone were to come into the industry now, it's a good time to come in because it's in this really cool period of change where you can just do something before someone else does.
Yeah.
And when you're smaller, you can make those decisions quicker. You can bounce on an idea. You don't have to have those like big levels of like board and governance of sign-offs. And that's one of, the key things that I love about Rivvia is that if we want to do something, we can do it.
Yeah.
Like take that momentum and push as the previous
think big
person said.
Come big.
Yeah. Come big and just do it.
Love that. It's really lovely. So let's talk about outside of work. What do you like to do? What do you do to switch off work? And can you?
Yeah, I don't think anyone who would have sat in this seat would say that they can switch off. Hobbies, for sure. I like to travel a lot. I got back early this morning, actually, from Greece.
Yes. Where did you go in Greece?
We were going around a few of the islands. And so we did a bit of island hopping, which was amazing, and the weather's gorgeous, and I would highly recommend it. We did Paros and Milos and Sifnos. And
nice.
Then we went to Athens and flew back from there.
Good food then.
Amazing food, lots of feta.
Yum.
I love feta.
I love food.
And yeah, it's great. Like 1-2 days in each, and you just see an island, you go to the next one. It's great. But yeah, love to travel. Try to exercise as much as I can. I've got a marathon I'm running next year. And
is this for charity, or are you just doing this?
Charity.
I love that. Share the link. Yeah.
Link for Rays of Sunshine, who are a charity who provide the kind of final wishes to children who have terminally ill diseases. Yeah, amazing charity. So send you the link.
Definitely.
But yeah, running marathon for them in April 26, and trying to think of something else to do as well in the fitness space.
Yeah, on your own there. Mountain climbing.
Yeah.
Peak. One of our guests did something across deserts and stuff. I'm like,
I've done.
Maybe I need to challenge myself. I think you're making.
I think the hiking's fun. I've done Annapurna Base Camp.
Oh wow.
That was amazing experience, being in a pool and just doing that whole thing, which was crazy. Yeah, and a couple of long treks that I've done for charity.
Well
done whatever charities are.
I really need to do something around that. That's made me think, actually.
We just have these like super long-lasting memories when you do it. And they're not actually overly difficult, because you're walking and you can take as long as you want to be able to do it. But the nature that you're in is
spectacular.
Yeah, like you can't come close to seeing it in any city trip that you go onto, and you have to go far out to be able to experience that.
Love that. Okay, so last question. What's the best bit of advice you've ever been given?
We touched on it before, but generally, like, be nice.
Be nice. You don't know what people are going through, right?
Yeah, like everyone's got their own hardships. So if someone has a bad day, I have bad days. It's fine. I try, and if I have a bad day, I go into the office and I say to everyone, I'm having a bad day. If I'm snappy, then sorry.
In advance.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, a believer in what goes around comes around. Help others around you. I certainly am not the kind of preacher of all it. There's way more that I can be doing. But I think if you've got that positive mindset, then you'll have a positive inflection on the others around you, and it makes life better.
Love that. Thank you so much, James, for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
It's been really inspiring to hear your story, and at the age that you are. My son's 22, so you've achieved a lot. Yes,
hopefully.
I'm excited to have met you and to watch your journey moving forwards. And even when I retire, you'll be like right in the thick of it then.
Hopefully.
You will. You're going to continue to do successful things. I can see that.
Well, thanks so much for having me on the show. I'm
sure you did mention that people probably will want to reach out to you, I think. Because it's pretty inspiring, your journey. So, they can reach you on LinkedIn. Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Go to the website. Share my email. Yeah. Whatever. Lovely. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and enjoy the rest of your day. And that's it for today's show. And thanks to James Keisner for sharing his inspirational journey there. So please like, share, follow, tell your friends and family. And we shall see you next time on the show. Take care.